there's something very interesting, though, that this heaven and hell dynamic brings up. Whatever we think about, does it exist in the afterlife? We know that we deal with the two mindsets here on earth. I mean, we've all had the experience of being in very good state of mind, in a very happy place in life, and in a very miserable one. Probably you've had touches of each just today, right? That is, according to Swedenborg, because there's something going on that he calls, well, he doesn't call it this, but it can be called the struggle for the mind. That there is this clash of the forces of heaven and hell all the time, and it shows up in our psyche. And this is how it works. So say we're walking down a path, just like a regular path, and we're having a regular day. You know, we're walking along, thoughts come to us, positive and negative. Maybe we're thinking life is good, it makes us feel good, or these thoughts are trying to break us down, break us apart. According to Swedenborg, heaven is pumping into those good thoughts, and hell is pumping into those bad thoughts, and they're both trying to pull us toward them. But because it just shows up as thoughts and feelings, we just kind of walk past and keep working on our day. But you've touched heaven and hell. And you're going to do it a couple times during this show. You've done it all throughout the day today. Interacting with heaven and hell is something that happens all the time. And it's a lot more dramatic behind the scenes than it ends up being for us, according to what Swedenborg saw. This is his Secrets of Heaven 5036. So this is one of his long series of books that goes up quite high. Tons of cool information in there. He's talking about times of trial or times of mental and spiritual anguish that we go through. Times of trial occur when we are actively regenerating. That's spiritual growth. We're going to talk about that in a minute. No one can be reborn without undergoing trial. And they are brought about by the evil spirits around us, not on a physical level, but on a spiritual level. When they notice that angels are guarding us from inside, they stir up the distorted thoughts we have had and the wrongs we have done, but the angels defend us from within. This fight is what we perceive as a trial, but so dimly that we can hardly tell it is not simple anxiety. So at least some of human anxiety is in fact the outermost shocks of this inner war that's going on. We humans, especially those of us who disbelieve in spiritual influence, live in a totally obscure state. Hey man, we essentially scarce 1,000th of the issues over which the evil spirits and angels are fighting, yet we and our eternal salvation are the whole point. And we also provide the resources. What is inside us supplies both the ammunition with which the combatants fight and the issues over which they fight. I have been allowed to know for certain this is how the case stands. I have heard the fighting, perceived the influence, and seen the spirits and angels. I have also spoken with them about the fight during and after it. So they're battling to try to get control of his mind and heart, and he's like, so how's this going, guys? Is this better than the one last week? This was something, obviously, that was difficult for him to get used to, but once he did, it gave him tremendous insight into why his mind was like it was. Why did he get the thoughts he got? Why did he get the feelings he got? Why did he have self-destructive tendencies? Why did he have positive tendencies? Where did it all come from? This blew open his understanding of psychology and the human mind, and really gave him this piercing insight and ability to navigate the psyche. And then hopefully we can pick out some of the things he found and see if we can apply them. Again, it sounds dramatic, but it's because we're right in this equilibrium between heaven and hell, we don't get crushed by either side. We just get this influence that we can kind of work with and really, in the end, choose which direction we want to give our energy towards.